At the Earthships. They're these cool homes built with the environment, not against the environment, and they're completely off the grid with solar, rainwater systems, and they're beautiful. That's the most amazing thing, is they're really, really beautiful and artistic.
I live here in the greater world. I work for Earthship Biotecture. I work in the office, and I also sometimes work on site building Earthships, so I could build my own someday.
So how big is this community?
There's about 47 homes in it right now, and the Phoenix, the building that we'll be going to, is Mike's newest spec home, his experimental home, I guess. It's always an evolving concept.
Now, who is Mike?
Mike Reynolds. He's the man. He's the primary architect here, the creator behind the Earthship concept, and yeah, this is his thing and it's great. This is the major building block of Earthships, used tires. They're filled with dirt and pounded with a sledgehammer till they're super, super solid. An individual tire packed with dirt weighs about 600 pounds. The cans and bottles are in there as filler. Mighty roads.
And this is the one we're going to?
Yep.
Finishing up a load of plaster on the other side of the
This
back.
Earthship is made of 3 U's with open rooms in between. The front face here, there'll be planter boxes lining all of this. And then another addition is an additional greenhouse, like at the Hybrid. And this is going to be a bathroom, and it'll be really, really beautiful, made from bottle bricks.
Oh, wow.
So the light is just going to absolutely hit these and make the whole bathroom light up. This is going to be the main living room area. Big, gigantic fireplace.
Do tires act as insulators as well as helping with the structure?
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the major reasons for using tires. Because like with the sun coming in, it heats up the tire walls. The tire walls collect that heat, and then at night, when the temperature cools, the heat is released into the building. And once it's about even with the tires, you can just plaster right over that and do the finish walls. And these bottles are all going to be left uncovered. They'll be cleaned and polished so they're bright and sparkly. The batteries. And these are giant batteries.
Wow.
It would take a whole lot to run this system down. A wind turbine produces an equivalent of 1 solar panel in power. So it's just a little extra juice for whatever you need. Nice for people to get an experience of Earthships, because I think perceptions of them are hobbit homes or just a hole in the ground, and I don't think people realize how beautiful they are and how really luxurious almost they could be. Like in the Hybrid house, there's a plasma screen TV, and you could have your TV and your computer and your blender and all that stuff. You don't have to do without anything living like this.
Okay, this is our common room, and we have 270 degrees of views in here. This room is 1,600 square feet. The wood in here is all from Taos County. My husband and I built the home ourselves.
Wow.
We did 80% of the construction, and we put down 43 tons of Colorado red sandstone on the floor.
And are the walls composed of tires and the
Yeah,
traditional?
we used 2,000 tires and 20,000 cans in building the house.
Wow. How long did it take you?
It took us 3 years to get to where we could open,
Yeah.
but that was all day, 7 days a week.
Wow. And how long ago was it that you built?
We've been open almost 9 years.
Oh my goodness. It's hard to even imagine.
Oh, I can imagine.
Oh my gosh.
All the walls in the house are true adobe
Okay.
with chopped straw, water, and sifted dirt. We sifted the dirt ourselves, mixed in the straw and the water, and then put on the adobe.
And oh, look at the twigs on the cabinets. That looks really cool. Are these plates?
Those are depression glass from Texas.
Underneath this wall right here is
These
cans?
are cans, yeah. That's non-supportive, so can walls can be used.
Beautiful sink. It's pretty.
And then next to you is the water heater cover, which was a lot of fun to do. It's Native American symbols.
So you don't have any trouble with permitting or building codes or anything here?
On this counter, you can go in, you can draw your house plans on a piece of yellow paper and take it in and say you're going to be your contractor, and they can approve the plan.
That's amazing.
It's who you have to deal with in that office,
Yeah,
as opposed to a statewide ban to something.
I see.
So, let me take downstairs. This corridor is 100 feet long. And from this point to the statue, you're underground.
Really?
You know, they allow you to build a curved wall without making a wooden form and pouring cement into it. You use half the cement, and you still have a good structural wall.
Nice.
And it takes things out of the system and gives them a use again. We have 4 stock tanks, and it catches the water and snow melt off the roof. 26 solar collecting panels, and it's a very, very large solar system. Yeah, we're not on the grid. There's no electric line here.
Wonderful.
Fast food restaurants, different restaurants around town, they collect their waste vegetable oil and turn it into fuel for diesel vehicles.
Is that what's going to be providing energy for this new home?
Exactly. It will have a biodiesel water heater as well as a biodiesel cook stove. So once biodiesel is installed in Earthships, they'll be completely autonomous. This soap is actually a waste product of making the biodiesel, because after the biodiesel is made, glycerin is one of the leftover products. Voila! Any water that you use in the home is caught off your roof and stored in cisterns. And then when you need to use that water, the pump brings it to the tap, or it goes through a series of filters to become drinking water. And any water that goes down the drain in the sink or the shower is then brought through the planter boxes, watering the plants. And it also cleans out the water, filters the water. And once the water goes through the planter boxes, it's stored and it's pumped from like a holding tank into the toilet to use for flushing. So essentially, unlike conventional housing, which uses drinking water to flush their toilet, we're using water for the second time. Once you flush the toilet, the waste settles in a septic tank and breaks down, and any water that's left over is brought up into a contained planter area where you could grow flowers or vegetables or anything. And the packaged Earthship is the fastest to build and probably the most economical. A lot of the components are prefab, but it's still very much a custom home. All the cabinets are custom and the floors, and it's